Everybody. I am so sorry about not being able to play the intro. I have pushed and I have clicked, and maybe StreamYard has changed things, but it's not letting me play my fabulous intro from Haley. It just keeps asking if I want to upgrade. So they may have just made it where I can't play that. If so, I am so incredibly sorry. I'll have to check with Haley after in order to see if it's something I'm doing or they have changed it. Oh, there is Haley now. Haley, I'm not sure if you just heard what I just said. I have clicked and clicked and clicked, and I can't make the intro, or I'm guessing, or any video play. Every time I click on it, it just asks me if I want to upgrade. So that's why I was late starting, but yet on the screen because I kept clicking and clicking and clicking and nothing was happening. Because Haley does such fantastic digital artistry that I always want to share the things that she's made. And I broadcast just once a week on StreamYard instead of the restream so that Jane can join me. But if it means I can no longer play all of my wonderful video packages from Haley, then I may have to reevaluate. I hate that the choice is either having Jane co-host or being able to play Haley's intro, outro, and super chat song. I don't want to have to choose. I want both. Oh, I wish you had messaged me about that before so that I wouldn't have been clicking in vain and wouldn't be all upset now. In the future, if you know there's a change, please, oh please, Haley, let me know in advance. And thank you so much for filling in for your mom. I'm sorry that I'm kind of in a dither, y'all. I'm not good with technology, and when it doesn't work the way I think it should, I get even more upset, especially since it is my pride and joy to play the fabulous intro, outro, and super chat song from Haley. Well, let me scroll to the top and say some hellos. First in the chat, I see Holly Ann. Hello, hello. Thank you for being here. My favorite teenager, Shelby. Hello, hello. And making the list and checking it twice is my moderator from Saturdays and Tuesdays, Melissa. But she has been kind enough to offer to make the list tonight. So, most people would have just taken the night off to catch up on laundry or housework or dishes or watch some TV. But Melissa is so tried and true and loyal and helpful that she wanted to be here to help. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Melissa. Welcome, of course, to Haley, also my technical consultant and the person that makes everything digital for me. Life of Wanda. Hello, hello. Thanks for stopping back by. I appreciate you. Crochet Queen Kathy. So great to see you as always. There's Teresa. Well, the last few times I have broadcast with StreamYard, it let me play all of Haley's items. But, they're always changing and upgrading and trying to find more ways to charge or more ways to get customers. And for those of y'all that don't know, they now charge $45 a month. Or if you have the means, you can pay for an entire year and the cost goes down to $35 if you pay yearly. And y'all know I'm just not selling enough that it makes that possible. So if I had a bigger channel or I had lots of people on the stream to share the cost with, I could totally do that. But just me, myself, and I, it's just not possible. So that's why I mostly stream on Restream because it's free. And you do get to have one co-host. And it was Haley that looked at all the various plans and picked that one for me and helped me get it set up. So I very much appreciate that from her. Craig, hello, hello. You'll see Craig is in green, and not only is he a member in green, but he's our King Ballerino because Craig chose to invest in the high, the ultimate, the preferred plan of membership. So that's why at that level you get to be a queen ballerina or king ballerino. So he is our king ballerino at that level of membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mr. Craig, for that level of membership. All hail King Ballerino Craig. Oh, here's a sweet Southern hospitality message from Shelby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Maritza, I'm so glad to see you, sweetheart. So, so, so glad. This is a great time to tell Maritza and everybody else. I'm trying to wait till everybody gets to the $20 threshold before mailing out items because for those of y'all that don't know, we've had a postage increase this week. So with UPS and USPS, so it just keeps going up. So I'm trying to wait until y'all get to the $20 level and then to bill y'all because it just kills me when you buy, $5 of stuff and I have to charge you $6 or $7, or you buy $10 of stuff and your shipping is $7. Because I want to give you great bargains, but if the shipping is almost the same amount as the items, I feel like you're really not saving that much. So, but I want y'all to be able to come, and if you just want to get a little something here and a little something there. So occasionally I'm having to skip people and bill you for 2 weeks at a time. Now, if it goes on too long, I can't be like waiting a month. But if you need to combine a week or two to get to the $20 mark, then that's doable for me. Okay, let me see if I missed anybody. Okay, if I missed anybody, I am so sorry. My apologies to anybody who is new. Let me tell you how this works. My email is in the corner of the screen, and Haley will also put it on the chat. Send me a registration email if you've never ever bought anything before and you think you might possibly want to. Just let me know your YouTube name and your real name and your shipping address. That way I know where to send an invoice and where to send the items you win. Then you can bid. The way you bid in my chat is in numbers. That way I have a legal representation that you knew how much you were going to be billed on your invoices. Because we do want to let you know that you are obligated to pay for absolutely everything you bid on. All sales are final. The only time you can retract is during an auction, and all items are as is and where is. The methods of payment that I accept are a choice of Zelle or PayPal. Zelle is my preferred method of payment because there are absolutely no fees, but I also accept PayPal. PayPal is the software by which you make your invoices. PayPal is how you can pay with your bank card, your debit card, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, and even Venmo. The method of shipping that I use is called Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship is a discounted shipping service that works with both UPS and USPS in order to get the deepest discounted rates. Those deeply discounted rates are based on 3 criteria: the weight of the package, the dimensions of the package, and the distance from your zip code to mine. I'm shipping from a suburb of New Orleans, Louisiana. That's why my channel's name is called Southern Belle NOLA. NOLA for New Orleans, Louisiana. Hi, Nancy. I'm so glad you can be here. Blessings to you, sweetheart. You'll notice Nancy is also a member. That's why her name is in green. Okay, so let's get this started. Get this function started on a Monday night. Okay, we're going to get this started by saying, laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll, roll in your life, roll in your heart, roll in your soul, roll on and on and on. And the way we get started on my channel and at the top of every hour is by having a fun $1 round that we call Belle's Bargain Bonanza. So in this hour, at the beginning of every show, the top of every hour, we're going to start out with items that are going to start at $1. Our bidding increments are only 10 cents. If y'all need to see any of these up closer, let me know. You'll notice a couple of these have two in a quadrant. They're $1 starting bid each. But routinely, people will say, oh, do you have two of this one? Do you have two of that one? So I'm just showing you which ones I have a duplicate, because a couple few of y'all like to make earrings. Or if you're making a charm bracelet, you want to bookend the beginning and end with a matching charm and then have different ones in between. So that's why I'm just letting you know that C, D, I, and N are the only ones that I have duplicates. But if y'all need to see any closer, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to start these out at $1. Oh, good for you, Shelby. I hope you have fun, sweetheart. And tonight, with it being Christmas in July, sometime during the broadcast, we will have a few Christmas items. They're always available upon request, but if you hear this sound, then that will mean we'll do a couple of Christmas items. But if you're looking for Christmas items, check out my broadcast from Saturday. It was an all Christmas auction after a hour of snacks, because we still had our Saturday snack hour. Okay, so we're looking for your choice of charms for just the low $1 starting bid. Who wants to kick us off with that first $1 bid? And y'all go ahead and click the thumbs up for me, pretty please. Also, y'all click share on your click share and share me out on your YouTube community page, on your Facebook, your Instagram, all your Discords, including mine, Snapchat, TikTok, and any others. All right, any interest in charm? I can move all these to the side and we can get started with the auction. But it seems like when I've done this in the past, it was just because of a lag and people were like, wait, and I'm having to reset up the grid. And y'all let me know in the chat what you'd like to see tonight. I'm always glad to take your requests. Otherwise, I'll just be guessing on what y'all might want to see. Okay, last call on these charms. I'm gonna scrape them all to the side and we'll go on to something else. All right, last call on these then. About to move them, about to move them. And I'm not seeing my chat move, so I'm always wondering if I'm frozen. There's Blingy. Hello, hello. First thing you see is an owl. It's so funny you say that because, here you have all of these grid choices and your eye goes to the owl. I think Haley's eye was going to the dog. It's so funny that when you have this many different things that all of us see something else. I think I was probably seeing the high-heeled shoe. Somebody else might have been seeing a flower. It's so interesting the way our minds work in what we see first. Okay, we've got everybody being a rockhead in the audience. All right, last call on the. We'll get on with the auction. Okay, let's see what we should show next. Okay, let's see if we have any cat lovers. Look at this beautiful cat. Oops. There we go. I'm going to start this one at just $5. Look how pretty it is. And it's got a little bell at the bottom and it's articulated so that the little bell will move. Let me flip it over so you can see it is molded in there, not flat. So we're going to start this one at $5. It's got a lobster claw clasp and a nice long extender. Chris, hello. Chris, I was just saying in earlier that I'm trying to let people wait to get to the $20 threshold before I bill them, just to make the most of shipping, with shipping going up. But at a certain point, when I've carried it over a few weeks, I'm gonna have to bill, even if the amount that people have bought is the same as shipping. So I wanted to let you know that announcement as well. I don't want to deter anybody, but you try to hold things as long as you can. So, okay, looking for $5. Oh, Shelby says, "Oh, Belle, I got a rose quartz gem pendant necklace when I was on a cruise. That's fantastic." So glad you're here, Chris. I think you're at maybe $9-ish. It's not about doing better. I don't ever want to strong arm anybody into buying. Um, and that's an approximation. I don't have everybody's exact total memorized. I want to say you had $6 for, and then you bought $3 popcorn. So I think you're at like $9-ish. But we can always privately email about it. But I was not talking to you specifically. I was talking to everybody because there's a lot of people in our chat that buy a few dollars here and a few dollars there. Okay, Nancy too wants you to know that apparently I wasn't going to dox her or anybody else. Most people buy a little here and a little there. So I'm saying that if I need to carry it over 2 weeks instead of one, I'm glad to do that just to help y'all out, because it's killing me every time I keep getting the email saying that postage is going up. And obviously, some of y'all live further from me than others. But even if y'all aren't buying things, I just want y'all to be able to come and hang out. It is so much more fun with more people in the chat. I tell people that via email all the time, and it's one of those things that I truly, truly mean. Okay, any interest on this cat necklace? And look at the little bell. You probably can't hear it, but the little bell really does make a sound. I don't think you can hear it from here, but the little bell really does make a sound. Okay, we're going to pass on this one then. All right, here is the next one. Okay, it's this beautiful pair of earrings. This pair of earrings is going to start out at $6. See if I can get this a little closer, closer, closer. And you'll see that these have a little amethyst in the center. They've got some butterflies as well. Let's see if I can. If I get it closer, it's probably going to. Well, maybe you can see it. Trying to hold it still. Holding it still, not really what I am best at life. But these are beautiful. They may be looking a little gray on the screen, but they have a purple amethyst in them, as well as some little clear crystals. So pretty. Hearts and butterflies, what could be better? And I believe amethyst is the birthstone for February. And y'all let me know what you'd like to see tonight. Y'all would rather see household items rather than jewelry, let me know. Or if you'd like to see craft items, if you're ready to see a few Christmas things. Y'all just let me know. Because I want to show what y'all want to sell. I mean, what y'all want to buy. Oh, I got to confess, I'm not feeling all that great today, but when you have your own auction, you can't call in to work sick. So, craft and household. Okay, well, I will show those next. Thank you so much for speaking up. Okay, last call on this. Okay, here is an entire crafting set. This is going to start at $5. I only have one of these. So it is a box and it is filled with beads. I got this at my local liquidator. It's also got the cording that you make jewelry with. So you get the cording, you get different sizes of beads, different colors of beads. So $5 for the entire set. And it comes in this nice hard box with a double lock. So 5 type of beads, the cording, and it in the hard keeper box. Oh, I'm so sorry you have a sore throat, and I'm sorry about Jane's sore throat too. We keep on praying for her. Well, Chris, I call Shelby my description queen because, she's in a difficult spot because she's not old enough to bid, she's not old enough to mod, but she always wants to help. So she came up with the idea that she could practice what she wanted to say and how to describe items by typing in the chat. And it's a great way that a teenager can help. Uh, without giving me any liability, without getting in trouble, without needing to have any kind of parental approval. So that's a way we figured out she could participate because I want everybody to be able to participate. My channel is G rated and family friendly. And I know several people who will watch with their kids or grandkids. So I always try to make it where everybody can participate. Because it's not just about bidding, and Shelby's a good example of being in the chat, even if you're not the right age to bid. Hi, Mr. 710. Hello, hello, Mr. Troy. Good to see you. Okay, anybody interested in this set? Once again, it's the hard plastic box. Once again, it's got double latches. It's got red. It's got blue. It's got white. It's got the multi-color. It's got gold. It's got cording. And it has some little things up here too. I'm not sure what these are. Maybe some kind of finding. So tons of stuff. Any interest in this whole set in the box with the cording for just $5? Last call on this one. Last call. Okay, we're going to pass on this one. Here is a big bag of clear beads. My mom never got around to using these. They say high quality essentials for creating. Let's see, you get 720 6 by 9 millimeter crystals. Why don't we start this big bag of 720 out for $3? That's not even a penny a bead. And sometimes we see beads and we think that they're just for jewelry. A lot of the beads my mother bought that I'm now stuck having to resell, she would buy to make beaded Christmas ornaments. She would make angels, she would make snowflakes. So $3. And we'll see if there's any interest. If there's no interest, then I'll just show one more of these crafting items and we can go on to something else. Jane, welcome, welcome. Love and hugs to Jane. Okay, anybody for these crystal beads? You're getting over 700 for the low price of just $3. Hello, hello, Colleen. So glad to see you. Okay, last call on this bag of over 700 crystal beads. So I'll show y'all one more beading set, and if there's no interest, we'll go on to something else. Always so glad to see Colleen. All right, we're going to pass on this big bag of beads. All right, here is the last kit. And here you've got all different types of beads. You've got 5 different types of beads. Plus, when you turn it over on this side, you'll see it also comes with all the cording. So it might be better to show it to you on this side. Oh, and of course, it's in this hard acrylic case. So even after you use these beads, you could use it to store other beads. So $5. This is going to sit up here. Probably not. All right, let me see if I can put it down here. That's probably going to put you. Okay, well, I guess you're getting a close-up. So $5 for this acrylic box, 5 different types of beads, and the cording that goes on it. Jocelyn, so great to see you. And as always, we do have mystery bags. Still only $5. If anybody decides you want some, you can just let Jane know. The choices are home, craft, or beauty. I also want to remind everybody that next Monday will be the 14th. It'll be Bastille Day. And as per celebrating local holidays, y'all so enjoy getting to celebrate Mardi Gras with me to end the carnival season. So I decided this year I'm going to let y'all celebrate Bastille Day with me. And no, not every item will be French. And no, I'm not going to talk in French throughout the show. None of that. But it will be a celebration. And I'm working on some kind of game right now. And it's also going to be a night of Belle's bonus buys. So when you buy an item that's $5 or more, you'll get an opportunity to buy a deeply discounted item for your choice of $3 or $5. So that'll be a special thing that we will do for Bastille Day. Y'all seem to enjoy celebrating the local holidays with me, and it gives me something that I can provide to y'all that other channels can't. And perhaps other channels will even start sharing their local holidays if I start sharing my local holidays. I don't mind being a trendsetter when y'all are the ones that win with better and fancier content. Okay, last call on these. So once again, for the low starting bid of $5, you get the acrylic box. You get 5 different types of beads, and you get the cording to make jewelry, bracelets, or whatever you choose to make with them. And at the top of the hour, we will have another $1 round. Okay, we're going to pass on this then. All right, let's go to something completely different. All right, how about a big, huge car cleaning scrubber? I'm going to start this at $3. And let me measure this for y'all. It's made of chenille. It is 9.5 inches long. Now, I know some of y'all live in climates where it's just too cold to wash your own car in the winter. But in the summer, a lot of people will wash their own car because it's something that kids can do either just to help out or as chores. And it has this elastic way you hang on to it. You just put your hand through here. You don't even have to hold it. You see, it just clings onto your hand. So it's not like those type where you got to hold, and your fingers get tired and they get waterlogged. And no, 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 no. You can put your hand in this way or you can put your hand in this way. But you don't actually have to hold it. You just brush over it. Now, for those of y'all saying, I don't have a car, you know, the other thing you could use this for is some people, not me, but some people have glass doors on their shower, which seems like it would be so hard to get in and out of the bathtub if you got doors. But I've seen some bathtub showers that have doors. And I've always wondered how people clean those big, huge doors. I bet this would be good on that. So $3 if anybody is interested. It's a bright yellow. It's ergonomic. Look how nice and thick and big it is. Chenille. Okay, last call on this. I don't know about y'all, but do you ever get sore shoulders? Maybe you don't have a spouse to rub them, or maybe your shoulders start hurting when your spouse is at work or your spouse is asleep. This is brand new. It's a Tuscan Hills body massager, and this is what it looks like. So to help those shoulders or the lumbar region. So brand new, I'm going to start this one at $3. And you'll see it's formulated where these are different sizes and they're different distances apart. So if you've got muscle knots in your shoulders, in your back, I even have pain in my lower back and my hips, and I kept one of these for me. And I feel like it works great. Okay, any interest in the massager? This could even be great if you take care of someone else and you don't want to necessarily touch them because maybe it might be inappropriate, but they're in pain. This would be a great way to massage their back too, so that you can have some distance between you. Okay, last call on this one then. All right. Well, shout out to everybody married that needs some romance. Or shout out to the crafters and florists. This I got at my local liquidator. It is 2,200 pieces of dark red silk rose petals. Just imagine sprinkling these all over your bed or as a trail to a big surprise for your spouse. Or maybe you have some craft project where you're covering a box in rose petals or a photo frame in rose petals, maybe a candlestick in rose petals, a wreath in rose petals. Well, here you're going to get 2,200. Let's start the bidding on this at $4. $4 for 2,200. So you can use both. You know, you could even take a paint pen and write on them, write your initial, or write one for every month you've been married, every year you've been married, every day you've been married. Maybe instead of an Easter egg hunt, it's a flower petal hunt. And the kids get 10 cents for every one they find. And it's a fun indoor game on a rainy day. And once again, y'all let me know some more of the things y'all might like to see. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep guessing. Okay, any interest on the flower petals? Shelly Ann, hello, hello. We have missed you, sweetheart. So very glad to see you. Okay, last call on these flower petals. Well, since I've been showing a lot of things by bulk today, let me show a couple of other things. Here is the first one. This is a box of Twilight candles, 40 tea lights. Now, I don't know if they are all still in here. I did not count them out. They have been opened, so I'm thinking my mom might have taken a couple of these out. I don't really know. Oops. Tried to put this one back in. I almost put it in upside down. So it could be 39. It could be 38. I don't know. It's still a big full box of these candles. I'm going to start these at $5. $5. So maybe you have some candle holders to put them in. Maybe you use a wax burner that takes the little candles. For Christmas, my mother used to have this craft where she took paper bags and put sand in the bottom and then put a little tea light, and it would kind of glow and light up the walkway. So much you can do with these little candles. So many people like to use them for emergency preparedness or even in camping to help start fires. Shelly Ann, let me know if there's anything you're looking for tonight. We're so glad to see you. And everybody, click the thumbs up for me, pretty please. Hopefully we're getting close to 20 thumbs. I'm so glad all of y'all are here and you've chosen to spend your evening with me. All right, $5 for these. Oh, that's fun. Watch, chat, make friends. There's never any pressure to buy here. Not at all. Oh, we're at 21. Good, good, good. Okay, I tell you what, I'm going to make this for choice. I also have a whole bag of these flameless candles. So maybe y'all would prefer the flameless instead. Let me show you how these work. I think most of y'all know. They have this little switch on the bottom. I don't know if these have batteries in them. Oh, they do, because there they go. But let me not run it down. So $5 for choice. If not, I may just keep these so that I have a supply every time I'm showing y'all a candle or a candle holder or a lantern or something. But I just thought I'd offer these to y'all in case. Okay, well, we will pass on these then. All right, let's see. How about something for kids next? I have some cute little kids jewelry. This would be great for summer, for a little kids party, for a luau. You're going to get 3 of these necklaces. They, of course, are plastic or acrylic because they're for kids. And this is the kind of easy clasp they have. So they can put them on or take them off. Now they could just put them on over their head as well because they're nice and long. But for the 3 necklace set, I'm going to start these at $2. So there they are in blue. Here they are in lime green. Here they are in yellow. And here they are in, oh, don't get tangled, don't get tangled. Boop, boop. Here they are in pink. So you're going to get an entire set of 3. All right, Melissa's in for 2. Thank you, thank you. They're brand new on the card. Shelly Ann's also in for 2. Okay. So much for just watching, but that's okay. Just kind of like being out. You can say you're out and then come back in anytime. So I'm flexible. Okay, so we've got Melissa at 2. We're looking for 210. Jane, if you need the link again, let me know, and I can always drop the link in the chat for you. Okay, Shelly Ann's out. We can count this down to Melissa and then get picking. And some of these I have multiple. Some of these are one and done. So let me know what color and what quantity, pretty please. Okay, Melissa's going with the pink. Very pretty. All right. Shelly Ann, you get second choice since you were in second. One of each. Okay. All right, here's a blue, a green, and a yellow. Fantastic. All right, well, let me show you what I have left. I'm just going to dox my quantities. I have 2 green, 1 pink. I'm sorry, 2 green, 1 blue, and 1 yellow. That's all I have. Because, see, a little basket's empty. I need one stuff, a little basket. I'm sorry, that was my only pink. Anybody else for the remaining blue, the 2 greens, or the yellow? Just give you the rest of those as well. Okay, so 1 blue, 2 green, and the yellow. Okay, I'm so glad you liked those. Fantastic. All right, well, I might as well throw up the fabulous basket that I had these stored in. This is a vintage basket. It might even be antique. I'm not quite sure. Look how these handles are put in place. Here's the bottom. I'm going to start this basket out at $6. Okay, thanks for stopping by, Shelby. I appreciate it, sweetheart. All right, looking for $6 for this antique basket. It is woven, and just look at the way it's put together as well. The handles are wooden. You'll see they turn and spin. It's very well made. And if not, I'll just keep storing the stuff in them and bringing it to auction. But it's so rare that I sell everything out of the basket. Let's see how many. I think it was 3 the first time, and then the second time, I think it was 1 blue, 2 green, and a yellow. So it would be 4 more. So I'm thinking that it's 7 altogether, if I'm counting correctly, Melissa. I'm so sorry. I don't do math live well. I'm better at going back and counting up. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Jane, for answering. Jen, hello. So glad to see you, Jen. Let's see, we've got 18 people watching. Y'all click the thumbs up. See if we can't get to about 30 or so by now. Okay, last call on this basket. Okay, here is the next thing, and I've got it all lined up on a grid. Okay. Set y'all up so you can see it. Oops, I don't think I need to do this down here. Okay. Here we go. So these are going to be $3 for choice. And let me show you what we have. Okay, here's the first one. I'm not sure if this is strawberry quartz, watermelon quartz. I don't think it's dark enough to be cherry quartz, but look at the beautiful striations of this natural stone. So pretty. This one has the bail on it already. You just string your necklace through it and you are ready. Brand new and sealed. Now, this is a type of turquoise. You'll see it's got some of the typical blue, but it's also got a bunch of the orange and the white to it as well. Here's the back. It's got such a beautiful setting. It's also got a nice big bail on it. Here is a very detailed butterfly. Here's the bail that's built into it. So pretty. These are all one and dones, by the way. There are no duplicates to any of these. I think this is a red jasper. It might be a carnelian. Here's the back, so you can see there's room for the stone to breathe. Nice big bail to it. And look at the beautiful swirls in the setting. The setting is so gorgeous. And once again, nice big bail to it. This one does not have a bail. You're going to wire wrap it to hang it, but look at all the bling. This one being bigger could even be a keychain if you wanted to, but you are going to have to wire wrap it as a bail. Here's the next one. Look at the beautiful stones on this one. So pretty. This one is very heavy for somebody who doesn't like bling or for a guy. You'll see it's what's called mixed metal, and this one does have some weight to it. Oh, welcome back, Craig. Welcome back. And then last but not least, here is this big 3-leaf set, and look at the texture on this one. Here's the back of it. This one's got some heft to it as well. So looking for $3 for choice. Hi, Lori J. Welcome back. Craig, how come is it you say you let us know when you're back, but you don't let us know when you're leaving? Because sometimes I think I'm talking to you and then I think, oh, wait, Craig might have left. You tell us when you come back, but not when you're like leaving to go make dinner or a snack. Let us know so we're not accidentally talking to you. So glad you're back, Miss Lori. Okay, looking for $3 for choice on all these one and done. Oh, your power went out. I'm so sorry. That happened to Sandy last week while we were broadcasting. Although apparently the power didn't affect her cell phone, so she just kept watching and talking to us. It gave us some peace of mind. That way we kind of keep track of her and make sure she was okay and talk to her and pray for her. Although we got to laughing and giggling, and that didn't even get in the way of her bidding, though. Oh, thunderstorms. Okay. Well, I know Texas was getting some thunderstorms, but you're in the opposite direction. So there was even a flooding in Kerrville, Texas. All right, last call on these $3, and we've got some great choices. You can always buy these on the replay if anybody is missing these. All right, let me move these aside. Next, I have some beautiful towels. These are bathroom towels. And I know sometimes the towels I have are kind of girly. Well, these are totally guy friendly. There's nothing girly about these. These are a powerful zebra towel. Now, these are going to start at $6 because it's a 2-pack. I usually sell towels for $3 because remember, at the all Christmas sale, we had so many Christmas towels. And those were all $3 each, but this is a 2-pack, which is why it's going to be $6. And these are from H&M. Let me see if I can back up so you can see these towels. So if you have a black and white decor, these will give you a little pop of color. Or maybe you just like animals. Oh, hi, Kathy Dubrick. Hello, hello. So if you're saying, well, I'm tired of the girly towels, I'm tired of kitchen towels, well, here are some high quality bathroom towels with a zebra motif. And just in case you wondered, yes, they are duplicate towels. So maybe you have a his and her towel or a towel on each side of the bathroom. Here you go. Looking for $6 for the set of 2. Oh, and I see it's the top of the hour. So after we pass on these towels, we're going to go to our next $1 round. Okay, anybody for the zebra towels? Great for a men's bathroom, a boys' bathroom, a family bathroom, a bachelor pad. No, not a bath towel. It's a hand towel. Correct. A bath towel would be impossible to show from top to bottom on my auction block just because of the limited size. Okay, last call on these. It's a set of 2, so it's my same $3 price, but because you're getting 2, it's $6 total. I guess I could split them apart and sell them separately, but then only one would have the tag, or the tag might come off and not be on either one. So that's why I try to leave them together because I bought them as a set. All right, well, let's move these and we're going to go to the $1 round. All right. For our next $1 round is going to be Belle's Bargain Bonanza. All items are going to start at just $1. And I warned y'all that all through Christmas in July, we're going to have a few Christmas items. And I decided that one of the rounds of Christmas items would be the dollar round. So these are Christmas ornaments, new with tag. Here's the first one. It's a cute little snowman. Oops, no tag in front of your face. Okay, we'll put it behind you. So there's a snowman with a top hat. Here is a snowman with a jaunty Santa hat. Here is a cute wooden ornament that shows, okay, let me not hold it by that. Let me hold it this way. This is a wooden ornament. You'll see wood on the back. It's got Santa, and look at the doggies and kitties and the tree. And look how there are raised pieces of wood. So we'll put that one back here. Next, once again, for the animal lovers, this one says, we not wish you a Merry Christmas, but we woof you a Merry Christmas. We woof you a Merry Christmas. We woof you a Merry Christmas. We woof you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We woof you. Okay, so there it is. All right, next, if you're looking for big and pink and shiny, here is a large size pink ornament. This one says, let's stay gnome and enjoy the holidays. Get it? Stay gnomes. You got gnomes? How cute is that? Okay, let me adjust my camera a little bit. All right. Next, here's a cute sign that says joy. It's wood, and you see this is a cutout on top, and you see the color throughout the sign. Next, here is a beautiful star. Look at all these points, and it's glittery. All right, this one says, 'tis the season. And I think my auction block is full. I just can't fit any more. So that'll have to be where we stop for this round. Some of these I have multiples. Some of these are one and done. All right, Mr. Craig is in for one. Anybody want to go up to $1.10? Okay, we are sold to Mr. Craig. Let's see which one are ones and what quantities. I want one of the 5 in the back. Okay, so this one's a one and done. This one's a one and done. And this one's a one and done of the snowman. Here's one of each of the snowmen. Okay, there's your 5. Congratulations, Mr. Craig. Everybody congratulate him in the chat. Okay, anybody else for second choice? We still got some great ones left. Okay, anybody else? We'll do a couple more Christmas things after this, but y'all can always request Christmas anytime you want it, just like you can request a mystery bag anytime you want one. Okay, anybody else? All right, well, I'm going to start clearing them away then. Okay, next, $2 for choice. I've got some more crafting things. Trying to remember who it was that requested crafting things. Might have been Chris, might have been Jen. Attention, any of you crafters. Okay, this is a set of 6, and these are styrofoam, so I think you glue stuff onto them, but I'm not 100% sure. They are bell type shapes. So that's the first option. Second option is a paint set. And it's got the glitter in it already on it for you. Then it comes with the paint and it's already on a stand. How nice is that? Okay, I've got a whole bag of 24 mini jingle bells. And you'll see these jingle bells come in red, green, and gold. Also, they're in different sizes. See how these down here are small? These up here are bigger. So we'll have those as a choice. Here is a 5-foot novelty garland. Oh, and this is what it looks like. Little snowmen. How cute would that be above your mantle or above your buffet? Can you stand up? They will. Okay, let's see. Do I have any other choices? Yes. Okay. Here is a Peanuts, Charlie Brown and his little Christmas tree, and it comes with some markers. Okay, any interest? Just $2 for choice. All right, any interest? All right, we're going to clear these away then. All right, next, how about Santa's kitchen timer? You know, when you're baking those Christmas cookies, a timer is a great idea. Also, if you're playing family games, a timer is a great idea. So $3 for Santa's kitchen timer. Now, obviously, you can use it other places. You know, if you've got a lot of people in the household, it might even be your bathroom timer or your shower timer so that everybody gets in there and gets hot water. But it could be a timer for anything, for picking up toys, for chores, for your turn to talk at the family meeting, absolutely anything. If I had those kind of fancy timed sales, I might even use the timer for those time sales. Okay, you only get 5 minutes. You only get 10 minutes. You only get 15 minutes. Go. But sometimes, even if you just have 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you can show more than 3 items. And you don't have to keep account of whether you show 2 or 3 items. So sometimes the timer can be a blessing. Okay, any interest? All right, we can pass on that. Let me show you something big in size. This is going to be $5. I've got this huge, long, fancy sign that says "Believe." Now, this is made of wood and it is galvanized. So it's also got a pretty little snowflake on it. Let me give you all a better close-up. You'll see how the galvanized is put onto the wood. So here's the wood, and then the galvanized is on top. So $5 for this big sign. It's a great way to show about your faith as well. Oh, let me get my ruler and show you the length. Well, you can see my ruler doesn't begin to show you the length, but it shows you part of the length. And if y'all aren't interested in Christmas, we'll go back to regular merchandise. I'm not sure if you could paint over the metal, but you might could paint over the wood part. It might be difficult to paint on the wood without getting it on the metal or vice versa, but maybe. I think it'd be a great centerpiece for a mantle, a buffet, a shelf. Okay, well, we'll put Christmas away again. If y'all want to see more Christmas, you can request it. And anytime you hear the sleigh bells, then it tells you Christmas is coming. Let's look at a pretty necklace. This one is going to start at $6. It's super blingy and it's a fairy. I have to admit, y'all may have seen this before. This was sold to somebody who didn't pay, and I opened up her box after waiting over a year and a half. And I just finally decided I couldn't wait any longer. And so it is with great pain that I am selling off her items. She collected fairies, which is why you've seen some fairies in the last few weeks. Normally, I'm not a fairy person. I kind of stick to what's in the Bible. But she collected fairies, so that's why I've had a few fairy things the last few weeks. So it's blingy, it's pretty, it's on a nice necklace. So $6. And I am not saying that fairies are real. I'm not saying this is an angel. I don't want to misrepresent this to anybody. It's meant to be a fairy, but the truth is, we don't know what angels look like. Some places in the Bible it tells us they had 2 wings. Some places it tells us they had 6 wings. We don't really know, and what they look like isn't the point. So, oh, thank you, Jim. Okay, anybody for this beautiful necklace? Blingy. Kind of reminds me of Disney's Tinkerbell in the musical Peter Pan. Okay, last call. All right, let's do a little health and beauty. How about that? I've got a 3 pack of Carmex. We're going to start this at $3. This is called Triple Force Formula. Helps protect from cold wind and dry weather. Classic lip balm. Here it is. You're going to get 3 tubes in here, starting at $3. And once again, y'all let me know what you might like to see tonight. I'm always taking requests. And Jen says, seeing the Tinkerbell reminds me of my all-time favorite Peter Pan movie is the one starring Mary Martin. Nice. Okay, any interest on this one? You know, we're really not supposed to share lip balm. So if you live in a multi-person household, this gives one for you, one for your husband, one for your kids. That's true. That's true. I can think of a lady named Kathy Rigby that also played the role as well. But it takes somebody so light to be on that harness. All right, last call on this one then. Okay, let's see. Any Disney fans out there? $5. This is a Disney Junior Mickey yo-yo. But this isn't just any yo-yo. No, no, no. It has flashing lights. Okay, so it's a light up yo-yo. $5. Mickey Mouse Disney brand, not just any yo-yo, but a light up yo-yo. You know, this is super fun for summer when kids need something to do. Send them out into the driveway, the porch, the yard, and let them practice their skills. You don't just want them sitting around the house playing video games all day. This is a way they can improve their dexterity. And some of y'all may even have remembered when these were popular. Maybe you played with these as a kid. And this could be where you show a grandson or granddaughter a toy you liked from your childhood. And this is the top of the line fanciest of the fancy, with it being light up. And Jane says, a light up would have been a dream come true as a kid. I think so too. Okay, we're going to pass then. All right. Next. This one is a soap infused sponge. It is bamboo, azalea, and coconut. Made with glycerin, shea butter, and aloe. It's to exfoliate, nourish, and clean. So what it is I'm not sure if y'all can kind of see it. I don't want to take it out of the package too much, but it is a sponge. And rather than having to take the sponge and put the soap and the exfoliation and everything on it, this is made and shrink wrapped with the soap and everything in it. So when it stops foaming up, that's when you've used all of the soap in it. So if you don't have room for a lot of products, or kids or elderly people tend to knock them into the tub or lose track of where they are or put an unreasonable amount on it, and then you're like, wait, you used half a bottle. What are you doing? This is the solution. So it's shrink wrapped, it's the soap, sponge, loofah, it's all already in there. Plus, how many times have you bought a sponge or a loofah and you're like, wait, is it time to change it? Have I used enough? And you're like, well, has it been 1 week? Has it been 2 weeks? Because you don't want to use them too long because bacteria builds up. I love that this one already has everything in it. So when it stops foaming up, because all the soap is gone, you know you're ready to throw it away because it's the sponge, loofah, and the soap all in one. So once again, the scent is bamboo, azalea, and coconut. Oh, I forgot to give you a price. I'm sorry, $4. $4. And it also has this great way to hang it up. And let me give you a measurement on this because it's a nice big size. It is 4 3/4 tall. So even in a big guy hand, it's going to be a nice big size. Okay, any interest? All right, we're going to pass on these. Next, I have frosted coconut bath salts. Relax and de-stress with shea butter and coconut. And I'm going to start this whole big bag. Oops, I'm dropping it at only $3. $3. So scented bath salts. All right, but let me lean you up against the wall. Is that bad? All right, $3 for frosted coconut bath salts. And if I don't happen to be showing something you're interested in seeing, y'all let me know. Hi, Crystal. So I've tried to cover jewelry, crafts, DIY, Christmas, and now health and beauty. So if there's a genre I haven't showed yet that you're interested in, let me know. And at the top of the hour, we'll have another Belle's Bargain Bonanza round. Oh, I forgot. I always read Crystal's name and just say, hi, Crystal. But yes, to many other channels, she's Heels. Hi, Heels. Oh, get it? Hi, Heels, as in hello, Heels? Hi, Heels. Okay, last call on these frosted coconut bath salts. Passing on these doesn't make me sad because I will open these and use these myself. They smell so good. Okay, next I've got two types of the deep cleansing nose strips. These are going to be $2 for choice. You can choose coconut or original. Nobody wants to have blackheads or whiteheads just growing on their nose. And no matter how many times you happen to just wash your face or exfoliate your face, you know, they kind of like deep root in there. So you literally have to pull them out with a nose strip. So $2 for an entire box. Yep, I remember Crystal. I think you and I sold together at Colleen's one night. We tend to sometimes travel as guests in some of the same channels. I appreciate you coming over to support me. All right, last call on these nose strips then. Having a kind of slow night tonight. We might call it early. I'm still glad to show anything y'all want to request. You'll just have to let me know what you might want to see. Here is one of my favorite lip balms ever. Jane, this is going to be $3. It's by EOS. And anytime I see the egg, I automatically know it's going to be EOS. And one of the things I like about it is 100% natural. The scent is cherry sorbet. No, strawberry sorbet. I'm so sorry. Strawberry sorbet but I love that it is natural. So looking for $3. Well, it smells amazing and feels amazing on your lips. And for those of you married ladies that have somebody to kiss, I'm sure it would be great for your spouse as well. Hello, Lena. For those of y'all that don't know, my friend Lena has recently changed her name. Yes, I checked and double checked. It really is her. So instead of Red Road, she's now calling herself Thrifter of Primitive, Vintage, and More. But I promise you, it's really Lena. I did my due diligence. So glad you are here. We've been missing you, missing you. Okay, if there's no interest, we're going to pass on this. Here's something that I really like a lot because I use a lot of screens. And you're saying, well, why do you use screens? Because I broadcast. This is a Calm Chamomile antibacterial screen cleaner. Now, I don't know why it's scented. I've never seen a screen cleaner that is scented, but I just know that when I'm trying to look at my computer to see, do I have this lined up? Are the viewers getting the best view? I need my laptop screen to be clean. So therefore, I started buying this. It's by Philips, and Philips is actually an electronics company. So we're going to start this at $3. So if you need a clean screen so that you can just watch YouTube to its fullest, or maybe movies, or look at emails, or recipes, or whatever you look at, I think that this is so incredibly helpful. And it has a calming scent of chamomile, and it's also antibacterial. So it is 2 in 1. It's both a calming scent and it's a screen cleaner. Now, while I use mine on my laptop, there are other devices that some of y'all have, a TV, a cell phone, tablet, or whatever else. All right. Any interest in the calming chamomile screen cleaner? Okay. All right. Next, I've got a Fisher Price item. It's baby scissors and nail clippers. So it's a 2-pack and it's BPA free. I'm going to start these at $3 for the 2-pack. It is name brand. Now, don't ask me how you use these because I don't know how babies work. But I'm guessing if Fisher Price makes them and they're a noted company that's been around since, I don't know, at least, I don't know, 50 years or so, way before I was even born. It's got to be good. Let me see if the back says anything. Oh, ideal for gentle grooming, and apparently it tells you about them. Okay, because I guess you have to groom your baby. Well, babies can't possibly groom themselves. I don't think you could take them to a groomer. So I guess you have to groom your baby. I don't know. Jane, you type things that you know as a mom in there. I really don't know what to say. I just know that they are new, $3 starting bid for the 2-pack. I get myself in trouble on baby items. Y'all are probably sitting there laughing at me. The single woman who's babyless trying to sell baby things and she doesn't know squat. You're right. I don't know squat. But, when I get things from the liquidator, they're brand new and in great shape, but I never know what I'm going to get. So that's how I get items that I didn't pick that are good names, good brands, good products, but that's why I can't explain them. I usually only personally pick things that I can explain. But when I buy a big bulk box, then I get things I can't explain. Okay, here we go. Jane, Mama Jane. Okay, so this is, I'm guessing, what she did to Haley. It says, these baby scissors are great for newborn nails. Okay, then as they get older, you can use the nail clippers, amazing items. Okay, well, and clearly Jane is a great mom because look how great Haley turned out. So, and if y'all have ever seen beautiful Haley on her own channel back when she used to have her game show, you'll see she is very well groomed. But I would say she is as pretty on the outside as she is on the inside. And shout out to Haley. Haley's probably not watching now that Jane is moderating, but you can still shout out to people even if they're not here. Okay, last call on these. She is a special one and very, very, very talented and loves the Lord with all her heart. Such a good example for other Christian women. All right, so let's pass on these. Let's see what else we got. Y'all help me out by making some suggestions or requests. Even though I'm kind of striking out in sales tonight, I am still enjoying being with y'all. All right, $3 for choice. Let me show you some lotion. It seems like my skin gets so dried out because the more you sweat, the more it dries out your skin. These are nice big size. These are 10 huge ounces. This first one is jasmine and gardenia. This second one is cotton blossom and musk. This one would be really great for men. And the last one is coconut and hibiscus. So $3 for choice. I'm also going to give the choice of Japanese cherry blossom. A little bit smaller. And I'm going to give the choice of this large pumice stone with handles. If you have calluses on your foot, the soles of your feet, a pumice stone, and you'll see this is new and sealed. I'm not touching it. I'm touching plastic. These are great for helping you get those calluses off. Now, you don't just rub this on the callus. You soften it in a foot bath or the bathtub, or when you've gotten your feet wet in any way, because that softens it up, and then you run this over it and the calluses just fall off or get scraped off. The thing I like about it is it has a handle. A lot of pumice stones don't have a handle, and you're trying to hold it like this, and then, and your hands get tired. So much easier to have a handle. So I'm going to add the pumice stone with handle as the fifth option. Let's see if there's any interest at $3. Got several great scents and the pumice stone as well. Oh, Jane likes the smell of the Japanese cherry blossoms. Nice. Okay, any interest? Once again, if anybody's interested in mystery bags, just let Jane know that you'd like a home mystery bag, a craft mystery bag, or a beauty mystery bag. Oh, that's fun to find out the favorite scents of everybody in the chat. My favorite scent would be sugar cookie, which is hard to find. Also, vanilla or caramel, just one of those sweet home baked kind of a scent. Because I'm not a baker, so I don't otherwise get that home baked scent. Sometimes you'll have like a cinnamon bun too. I like those kind of scents. Because you always want what you can't have. So the home baking is something I can't have. Oh, Melissa likes lavender. Nice, nice. Let's hear from everybody else in the chat. Get people chatting. That's a great question, Jane. Okay, we're going to move these aside. I got some fancy new writing pens in, and they all have messages of inspiration and motivation. And they're a heavy pen too. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not still going to sell the cutesy pens with characters on top. I absolutely will. But I ordered some high quality, really handsome pens that'll work for men or women. These are metallic. The first one is red and says go for it. These are going to be $2 for choice. Second one is black and it says you got this. Yes. Did you need just one or did you need more than one pair, Teresa? I didn't know if you needed one for baby's house and one for grandma's house. I do have multiples. If you need multiples, just let me know. Just one. Okay. Next, in gold, I have this one that says, let's do this. This one is a silvery color. It says, do great things. Very inspirational. This one is kind of a citrine color. It says, be your own hero. Be your own hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. But instead of having to hold out to the end of the night, be your own hero. Okay, in orange, we have you are a star. That's very affirming. Next, in a sky blue, this one says, make it happen. In purple, this one says, let your light shine. Okay, did I show you one of each? Okay, here's a turquoise blue. This one says, you are awesome. Very affirming. You know, sometimes we forget to say nice, affirming things to people. We think that about them and we tell others about them, but sometimes we forget to say it to their face. And to give them a pen can tell them what we think. So, or to just hand it to them. Maybe you're a little embarrassed to say something in front of everybody. Maybe it's to that secretary or receptionist or clerk at the offices you go to. I recently gave some of these to the people that help me with shipping at USPS, at UPS, and they were like, oh, thank you. And then I said, read the message. And they're like, oh, that's so sweet. So looking for $2. They've all got different messages. They've all got different colors. So whether you're in an office, whether this is just to boost your morale around the house, maybe this is the pen you write in a diary with or a journal with. Maybe one of these is your grocery store pen. Maybe one of these is the pen that goes with your checkbook. Or maybe you just give the pen as a gift. So anybody for just $2? And if you have a business, this would be great to put out for customers to use. And there's lots of different colors and lots of sayings. So you could give these even to your doctor, to your pastor, to your accountant. You just have to find the right saying. So let me remind you what the sayings are, because I went through these so quickly. In black, it says, you got this. Imagine going into a college test with a pen that says, you got this. Red one says, go for it. Gold says, let's do this. The silvery one says, do great things. The peridot one says, be your own hero. Orange says, you are a star. Sky blue says, make it happen. Purple says, let your light shine. And this is actually from a Bible verse that says, let your light shine before men so that they may see your good works and glorify your Father, which is in heaven. And the last one is you are awesome. This is my very first time showing these. I was so hoping they'd be a hit. But this might just not be a stationary crowd. If so, I understand. Is my chat not moving? Can't tell if I'm frozen or not. I haven't seen a new message upload in 2 whole minutes. Hope I'm not frozen. Well, last call on these. These will be available on the replay. Oh, thank you, Teresa, for making my chat move so I could see that it wasn't frozen. Okay, thank y'all. I appreciate it. All right, let me move these aside. Oops, I hit the camera with my thumb. Okay, next, $3. I've got these big kabuki brushes. Look how nice and big these brushes are. These are fantastic when you need to cover a large area. So maybe you're sweating, and you need to go over your whole face with powder. Or maybe you're trying to do some bronzer and you need to a big brush to get the bronzer on with. It's great for that too. So nice big brush, still brand new. Okay, any interest in this big brush? All right, let me show you a cool little hair gizmo. I use one of these and it has revolutionized my life. During the summer, I mostly wear my hair up just because it's so hot. This is called harigami. And this is actually a little booklet inside, but here it is. It curls up like this, but it also goes straight like a slap bracelet. So you make it straight like a slap bracelet, you roll your hair up in it, you let go, and then it twists up. And when it twists up, you can make any of these hairstyles. And to me, I think these are just so beautiful and creative. So we're going to start this at $5. So if you're tired of the same old bun or French twist, chignon, and you want a different way to put your hair up, this is it. Now look at the price it was originally. So help me, it was way more than $5. It was $13.99. So all of these different methods. And like I said, this is made of velvet. You uncurl it like a flat bracelet. You roll your hair upwards and then you curl it in this way or that way, and it holds your hair. With this in your hair, you don't need a lot of bobby pins. Now, if you're trying to hold back tendrils or bangs or whatever, you'll need bobby pins for that. But this securely holds your hair up. So it shows you what you do. You fold your hair, and then you wrap it, and then you let go, and it holds your hair. And just look at all these beautiful styles that you can do with it. So it can be as elaborate as you want it to be. Okay, any interest? I see we're at the top of the hour. All right, we're going to pass on this. And even though the inspirational pens didn't sell, I want to show y'all some inspirational notebooks. Maybe I will do better with notebooks than pens. This is the Belle's Bargain Bonanza round. So each of these are just going to be $1. So here's the little notebooks. You'll see the paper that it's lined with. The paper it's filled with is lined. So, but the only difference is the things on the front. Here's the first one. It says you could make a wish, or you could make it happen. Definitely better to make it happen than merely making a wish. So that's the first option. Second option is difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. Sometimes you forget you're awesome, so this is your reminder. $1 starting bid for choice. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. And that's kind of what I'm telling myself about this auction. For some reason, I've been getting a lot of passes, but you know, I am just going to keep continuing because it's the courage to continue that counts. Next, it says you can if you think you can. Reminds me of the book, The Little Engine That Could. My parents loved to read that to me as a child. And that little engine said, I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Until he got all the way up to the mountain. Okay, next one. And remember, we're only looking for $1 starting bid. Anytime you see one worthy of $1, go ahead and put your dollar in. The elevator to success is out of order. You have to use the stairs. And you know what? Sometimes we have to use the stairs and climb up slowly but surely, because very rarely is the elevator going to just boost us up to the top. The next one says, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. So I love that it's not win or lose, it's win or learn, because really that is, learning is a way to win. And a great way to look at it. That's the way I felt the one time I was on Moolywood Squares. I didn't lose, I learned. So if I were ever on, I thought of several things I would do differently. All right, the next one says a positive attitude will lead to positive outcomes. Excellent. The next one says never stop learning because life never stops teaching. Ooh-wee, that is so true. Never stop learning because life never stops teaching. So many great inspirational sayings here. This one says, it is never too late to be what you might have been. Never too late. Okay, those are the options. Anybody find any of these worthy of $1? Y'all click the thumbs up, pretty please. I want to remind you that tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'll have my late night auction. Then Wednesday and Thursday, I do billing. I am trying to wait till people get to a $20 threshold, but if it's been a bunch of weeks, I might just have to go ahead and bill you. But with shipping going up, 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 I hate to bill you when the shipping is as much or almost as much as you've spent. That's why I keep trying to wait until people get to the $20 threshold. And then we'll start the new auction week off with our Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday auctions. And remember, next Monday is Bastille Day. So we'll be celebrating and also having a night of Belle's bonus buys. All right. Anybody for $1? Anything else y'all would like to see tonight? Well, with every auction, some nights you have nights that are a little more slow than others. Just like a restaurant will have a slow night, or a brick and mortar will have a slow night. Sometimes it's just a sign that, maybe you need to give yourself a break, take a long bath, watch a movie. Or for those of you who have families, spend time with family. So I think I'm going to end this auction a little early. I want to thank Jane, Holy Spirit, Firefall for running the chat. Continued prayers for your health and healing, your throat, your voice. We love you, and I'm praying for you. I also want to thank Melissa, who is making my list and checking it twice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Melissa will be running the chat for my late night auction on Tuesday. So see y'all tomorrow night. I won't be able to play the outro because I'm on the StreamYard. But thank you, thank you, thank you. See you tomorrow night. And laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. Roll in your life. Roll in your heart. Roll in your soul. Roll on and on and on. May God bless you. Good night.